Dave, thanks for joining us ahead of tomorrow's game in the SPFL Trust Trophy against Kelty Hearts. Just your thoughts on the game, please.
I think it'll be a very tough game. Obviously, it's a derby as well. Kelty are local rivals, but I think it's going to be a tough game in the sense that Kelty are flying at the minute in the league. They're sitting top of League One, and having watched 3 or 4 of their games in the past week, the footage that we've got of them, they look a really good team. They've got a style of play at the minute under Tidser, and they're scoring a lot of goals, so it's a game that we need to take very seriously here, because if we don't, we've seen when we've played lower league opposition this season against Cove, against Forfar, East Fife, we won that game, Spartans, but every game's been very, very tough, and you can get turned over if you don't take it seriously.
As you mentioned there, East Fife in the last round, another team that from a lower division, riding high at the top of their league when we played them, so you'll be expecting a similar challenge tomorrow.
Yeah, we say there, we speak very highly of the way that Kelty play. I think the amount of goals they score, the attacking threat that they've got in their team, but the way they build up play for the back as well. So a lot of stuff, a lot of work's went into it this week, and it just shows how serious we are taking this game for a couple of reasons, because we know the opposition's very high quality. Say a lot of confidence come through their team sitting top of the division, but also due to the fact of the way they play as well, a lot of focus has been on that and where we can obviously hurt them in the flip side. But it's a tournament, we've said right from the beginning, we want to have a really good run and try and win this tournament this season, and hopefully Saturday's another step towards that.
The last time we spoke ahead of the East Fife game, we mentioned how the week prior we drew at home to Ayr United 1-1, and we wanted to build momentum by getting a victory going through to the next round, and it's another chance this weekend to continue building momentum after the draw last Saturday.
Yeah, again, we don't want to get too carried away with a draw. Obviously, Airdrie are a decent team, but we were in a winning position last week. We'd hoped to see the game through and go on and win it, but obviously Airdrie come back into it. We end up getting a point, so again, who knows come end of the season if it looks a decent point, if it's been 2 points dropped. But there was a lot of stuff within the game that we were pleased with. A lot of stuff off the ball. We can definitely get better in terms of what we're doing with the ball, our creativity, creating more chances, taking care of the ball. But a lot of the stuff that we'd worked on for that game did come off, and unfortunately we couldn't see the game through. But obviously tomorrow's another game. It's away for league action, and I say a cup competition we want to do really well in, and hopefully we do. Say it's a points. It's not what we were looking for, but it is what it is, and hopefully we can build on some of the aspects that we had from that game and get better at other ones, as I spoke about there, in terms of our ball retention, our use of the ball, creating more chances in the attacking third, and hopefully we can build on that tomorrow against Kelty.
In terms of the squad availability, Tommy Fogarty away on international duty, so how else are we looking in terms of injuries?
Yeah, Tommy's obviously unavailable, he's away with Northern Ireland. Lewis McCann, it probably comes a little bit too early for him. He's very close to playing, but the type of player that Lewis is, he's very explosive, and he's one of them with a muscle injury. You're at risk of losing somebody long term for the sake of trying to push him, or if you're 50-50, it's probably not worth the risk in terms of the long term availability. Kyle Benedictus is back training now. Kieran Ngwenya's back training. They'll be added to the squad, and Toby's training as well. He's done a few days. Again, whether it's too early for him to be involved, we'll see how he reacts to that. Cause it's an injury where you don't feel an awful lot of pain, but it's one, if it's not right and you do it long term, you can be out for a serious period of time. So I think other than that, everybody's fit and healthy, and it's a really strong squad for tomorrow.
Despite the game kicking off slightly earlier tomorrow, you'll be hoping that the fans turn out in big numbers as always, get right behind the boys, and hopefully get us through into the next round.
Of course, it's not been easy for the fans at times during the season. Obviously, results-wise, we've struggled a little bit, but obviously the backing of them will help the lads. Hopefully we give them something to get excited and encouraged about, first and foremost, because you go to any game, it's about the entertainment on the pitch, try to get fans behind you, and we've seen that. They've been great this season in the games at home and giving the fans, the players are backing, so hopefully we get that tomorrow. Sure, Kelty will bring a few fans through as well. It's been such a local game for them, so looking forward to the game. Hopefully it's a lot of entertainment and some goals from ourselves.